This is Note-Taking Guide 11.4 for Math 2. We're going to talk about what a factorial is today. So a factorial is represented by the exclamation point. You can find it on your calculator. But what it really means, if it says 5 factorial, it means to do 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So you start at the number that it's got the factorial on, and you multiply everything from it down to 1. So on this one, 7 factorial, that would be 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And you could multiply it out like that, or you could use that factorial key on your calculator. Where do you find that factorial key? You look under probability. It's the PRB key on our calculator, and then it is number 3 underneath that. When you do that on the calculator, it's 5,040. 4 factorial will be 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. We could do that just by that's 12 times 2, which is 24. Or you could do that on your calculator, 4 factorial, again using that probability key on your calculator and then pushing number 3 to get the exclamation point. On this one right here, we're going to do 12 factorial over 9 factorial. We can just punch that in our calculator the exact way that it appears right here. But I just want to kind of show you the way that happens. If you have 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 times 7, and let's just pretend we went all the way down to 1. And then on this one you had 9 times 8 times 7 times 6, and we went all the way down to 1. From the 9 down would cancel with what was on the bottom. So you really on the top just have 12 times 11 times 10, which would be 1,320. Once you get to this where you're a little more complicated, like this example right here, it might just be better to put that in your calculator. You could do 12 factorial, and then on the top also times that by 3 factorial. And then on the bottom, do 9 factorial, just so that your calculator's doing all the work for you. When you do that, you get 7,920. You could have also done it by hand like I just showed you though, where you cancel out the things that repeat on top and bottom. Alright, so 3 factorial times 6 factorial. You guys, it's really just as easy as putting it in your calculator, but you could also change it to a multiply problem if you wanted to. 3 times 2 times 1 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And you can multiply those all together. Or again, on your calculator, there's that factorial key that you can totally get to. So you could do 3 factorial times 6 factorial. You find that again under the probability menu. And our answer is 4,320. 5 factorial minus 4 factorial works a little bit different though, because it doesn't cancel each other out when you're subtracting. So use your calculator and do 5 factorial minus 4 factorial and just get that answer for me. And when you do, it should be 96. Alright, 3 more problems and we're done with this note-taking guide. Let's see if we can figure out how we're going to do these. So this one says a license plate has 3 letters. I'm just going to write out letter, 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 and 3 numbers. So number, number, number. And it says how many combinations can be formed? Well, if we talk about how many choices we have for a letter on the license plate, assuming all letters are used, there's 26 letters in the alphabet, so we know there would be 26 choices for the first letter. There would be 26 choices for the second letter and 26 choices for the third letter. That's assuming that the letters can repeat, like having C, C, C on your license plate or K, K, K. On the numbers here, we could have the digits 0 through 9. So that means there's 10 choices for each number. So we go 10 times 10 times 10. So if we want to know how many choices there are for license plates that have that combination, we're going to do on our calculator 26 times 26 times 26 times 10 times 10 times 10. You could also write that as 26 to the third power times 10 to the third power. When you do that, you get 1757600, which is a total of 17,576,000 different kinds of license plates with that combination. All right, next example. Let's take a look at it and see what's going on here. This time says the license plate has 4 letters, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 numbers. And it says the letters and the numbers cannot repeat. So if I had 26 choices for the first letter, I only have 25 the next time, 24 the next time, and then 23 because I would use a letter and not be able to use it again. On the numbers, I would have 10, and then the last time it would be 9. So on my calculator, I'm going to do 26 times 25 times 24 times 23 times 10 times 9. And when I do that, I get, my commas in there, 32,292,000 different license plates. All right, the last one says you have 6 shirts and 5 pairs of pants in your closet. How many outfits can you make? Well, 6 shirts, 5 pairs of pants, we really can just multiply those together to get a combination of 30 different outfits. Go home and try that one, huh? Lay out all your clothes and see how many outfits you can make. Good luck on your homework, you guys. Thanks for watching.